Mikalmekki here, and excited to have this conversation with you, all of my friends out there, my partners in the events industry that are just out there, or even those that are people that are living in this virtual online world that we have going on right now. I wanted to share something with you all in regards to the virtual events we're having right now. You know, this is a very interesting time, especially those of us that are used to going to conferences, seminars, workshops, things of that nature, regional trainings where our companies get together, and we're used to that world where we get on a plane and we fly to a location, or we drive a few hours to a location and go for a retreat or some type of workshop or industry event that's going to enrich us and enlighten us. And at those events, we have all of this association, but now we've kind of been limited from doing that. In many cases, it's completely disappeared. And so we find ourselves at an interesting time where now more than ever, we're craving for some type of connection with people, but we're not getting it. And so one of the ways that many folks have done it is by going to virtual events. Now, once again, my name is Mikalmekki. I've been doing the virtual events ever since they've been invented, ever since they were around. At least for the last 10 years, I've done conferences and seminars and workshops and all sorts of things virtually. Now, of course, back then I did it not because I had to do it because there was some type of global pandemic, but because it was just more convenient for myself or for the client. And that was fine. But now that we're forced to doing it, I want to talk a little bit about how to truly make those events work. And here's what I mean by that. Because I don't know if you all have ever been to an event live where the speaker's kind of boring on stage, right? Like they're, talking like that, Mueller, right? You know that voice I'm talking about. It's kind of, monotone and mundane, and, there's not a lot of energy, and you struggle through it, especially if you're the event planner that paid all the money to have the speaker there. You're like, I guess I better like this damn thing, right? We've been through that before. So imagine having that person in a virtual conference setting where now people are already at home, they're already not around the energy of others, and then to have somebody come on and not deliver, it's just a tragic event. And it makes sitting through seminars, workshops, and everything else boring. One of the things that I do, and I know other folks that are virtual online speaker specialists, is what we're calling ourselves now, that we've always done, is we make sure to stay engaging. And so the online event world doesn't have to be boring. Number one, you just got to make sure you have a speaker that knows how to engage with an online audience. That means that they got to deliver at a high level. Right? They got to bring that energy, even though they're coming through a screen. They got to act as if they're in front of 100,000 people, even when they're in front of a screen and can't see anybody. And it's difficult for some speakers to do. Now, I've been doing it forever, so I always feel like there's 100,000 people watching me. But if they've never done it before, they don't know how to come across like that, okay? Very important. The other thing is, if you're the planner or if you're the speaker, having more interaction at these events totally changes the game. So you could do that with icebreaker games in the beginning where people can click on different things and answer questions. I've seen people do Jeopardy and all these other type of fun games at the beginning of an event. I've seen speakers ask questions of the audience and have polls and then show the answers to those polls. How many people love Disney World? How many people know at least one song by heart from the Beatles? I don't care what the question is. It's just a way to get the person on the other end of that screen engaged. Because here's what happens when we don't do that. We've all seen it. We've all seen it. You've been on that conference call, that video conference, that seminar, and unfortunately, people's screens are sometimes on, and you see a person like dozing off, right? Never happened in one of my speeches. I hope not anyway. But I've seen it before. I've seen the video screen captures with that happening. We don't want that to happen to your attendees. So bottom line is, if you're a planner, if you're putting on events, make sure that you have engaging and exciting things to go along with the speak or the talk so that people stay awake and stay engaged. And if you're the person speaking, my goodness, you've got to deliver. So, hey, that is what I'm excited about. Yes, it's a challenging time right now, but it's a time for us to challenge ourselves to put on even better events virtually, bring that magic that we usually share from the stage into the world, into the hearts and minds of those attending online, and just making sure that it's not a painful process, but it's a process where we all come through and we learn and we're engaged. Because guess what? Yes, we're disconnected physically, but we can be even more connected than ever emotionally and mentally if we bring those speaking events together virtually correctly with the right energy and attitude. Hey, for more tips and things of that nature, hit me up. If you got questions about what I'm talking about, hit me up directly. Mikal at runningwithfinishers.com or mikalmekki.com is my website. Click subscribe, do whatever you do if you want to get more information, or if you're looking for a dynamic virtual speaker, here you go. Have a great day. God bless.